Flipping over now to singles. So, borrow John. So, of course, as usual, especially something you guys need to remember from the teacher perspective as teachers is make sure your stance and your condition are on. So don't get lazy with your feet and your stance when you're teaching, especially in the front of the classes. They'll be like, oh, if John's standing like that, I can stand like that. Yeah? So don't be lazy, yeah? Make sure your knees are bent, back straight so you look the part. Now, pretty much all of us have done singles. Now, the concept here is the beginning stages, okay? I'm trying to connect my stance and my structures to my arm. So sorry, connect my stance and my spine to my arm so that I have the power of the stance and the spine. And I'm also looking here now as we go through the sequence. So we'll just do it for a second here. We're learning, so generally speaking, you'll start off with your students at a slow, kind of even pace like this, yeah? Just to get them in a flow, because oftentimes they're gonna get tense very quickly, which I'm sure you've all experienced that, right? You're like, fuck, my shoulder's so sore, because most people, they're just used to using force. They're not used to using structure and shapes. So generally speaking, you start off, so I'll just describe it from my side. My Tan Sao reaches through to do a palm strike to Jono. He changes to a Wu Sao, which rolls me down into a low Bong Sao. From the low Bong Sao shape, Jono goes to punch through towards my center, which then spins my Bong Sao ball up this way. So he's rolling my ball up. From here, I turn from the Bong down to Tan, just like in the form, ensuring that my fingers and my wrist are connecting through to his center, and it brings us back to the beginning. I'll just go through that again once more and looking at it from another perspective now. So, when I'm in Tan Sao, I'm initiating here. So I'm coming forward towards Jono for a palm strike. But the concept here is that as I go from my Tan Sao and I meet pressure to go to palm strike, I'm not fighting his force. Yeah? Sure, there's a skill level here as well, meaning if you're skilled enough and this was a real fight situation, you just hit right through. So it wouldn't matter, right? But we're working on skill development, remember? So you allow, as your Tan Sao comes through, to release the tension whilst maintaining your defensive barrier, yeah? So I'm going forward towards him, I feel pressure here, I release the tension to roll down into the low Bong. I initiated that. Now, from this position, your partner initiates. So there's actually a kind of a give and take with single sticking hands. Then Jono will start to reach through to punch towards me, and I'm just kind of sitting here chilling. I make sure I'm pointing my wrist and my elbow to him, and his punch spins my arm up. So you're learning how to let that force roll from a low to high position, from my perspective. Now, once we're up here, I take back the initiation. Yeah, it's kind of, the person with the Tan Bong initiates more. Yeah? Then from here, I start to rotate into Tan Sao to initiate this roll. Jono maintains his forward pressure, and we get back to the start position. So you can see here, I'm working on my shapes. I'm working on maintaining forward focus. I'm working on keeping my structure, my spine, my stance connected as well, so that it's the rotation of the joints which potentiates the roll through the movement. So now let's look at it from the other side before we start practicing. Yeah, we'll look at it from this side as well. So now I'm in the Phuc Sao position. Yeah. Phuc Sao. Yeah? Key pointer here, and this is a factor that pretty much everyone forgets in their journey at the beginning, is the elbow must arc to the center line. I've probably said that 700 billion times, and you'll be surprised people still forget. The Phuc Sao protects the inner gate. Yeah? If any attacks are coming through the inside gate from your center through this way, the Phuc Sao arc of the elbow protects you. If my elbow is arcing this way, the wrong way, or even just forward that way, you'll see that Jono can quite easily penetrate, yeah? Bang. But if I just get that slight arc of this elbow now, as he goes to hit, you'll see that my hand can quite easily roll it away, very simply. So, first things first, make sure you've got that inner arc of the elbow. To be precise, from where your elbow sits naturally beside your body, and then you're looking at the point of the other person's center, it's arcing in towards that line, yeah? It's not arcing in to hit the line in front of your center, it's arcing towards their center line, yeah? So to their center point. Not this, which is another mistake people do, because then their force is going across center.
That happens so often.
Yeah, because you tell them arc the elbow in, but then they arc it over to, I don't know, to Castle Cove. Yeah, you want it to arc to their center and connect to their center. It's as though there's an imaginary fridge, and your elbow's a fridge magnet, yeah? And it's magnetized along that line. He's much more than a fridge. Maybe he identifies as a fridge. I want to be called fridge they. I'm a fridge freezer. I like that. That's better. All right, so elbow arcs in, because then once you've got the elbow arcing in, this arcs in here. Now, we talk of elbow force, right? That means you want your whole forearm and hand to become like your elbow. So anything that touches your forearm and hand gets drawn up through the elbow humerus and into your spine. Any force that contacts here, as opposed to pressing back on it. Anywhere he touches my forearm or hand, my elbow draws that power into my body, as opposed to me fighting against him with the forearm, and then now he's going to be able to disrupt me from the forearm. So, elbow arcs in, getting that direction into the center. Now, as he goes to palm strike, my fingers point up to create this circle here. Yeah? As he pressures this circle, you'll see that the circle spins. Yeah? Most common mistake you'll find with this movement is that people do this. They just push down, and that's terrible. Because if I just push down as Johnny goes to palm strike, that's what happens. You get a punch or a palm strike in the face. Think of it, it's very simple. Like, people struggle with this, but it's a very simple concept. So if I stand here so everyone can see, let me stay there, yeah, just extend it a bit. If I go downward and he's going forward, nothing's stopping him from hitting me. You get it? It's very simple, but you'll be surprised how many people struggle with this. Yeah? You've got to make sure they understand that the elbow arcs into the center, the hand comes forward to create a complete circle, yeah? A complete circle that can then, I keep going forward to him, yeah? But it spins down because of the pressure on the whole circle, yeah? Not because I'm pushing his arm down. You get the difference there? Don't push their arm down, aim forward, stay released and relaxed enough to let the shape roll down. Once again. Now from here, I take the lead, I close my hand. Now, one of the biggest problems in this part, in the punch, is that people will, so rather than me punching straight forward, is they'll punch up. They kind of, it's like you want to do it for them. So I'm at the low punch part after he's rolled me off, yeah? And I do this. Yeah, they do this, right? Problem with that, if Johnny keeps forward pressure and forward force on, is that as I go up to his face, he'll hit me, yeah? Better it would go straight there, straight ahead, yeah? So as I come up, you just would go straight to me, yeah, yeah. Another side point to remember is that wherever your arm is in space, it always goes in a direct line to the target. So what I mean is if Jono's in this position, he's in the Wu-Sao position, Wu-Sao, yeah, and I'm going forward to him. If he goes to punch up to my face, see how my hand will take the shortest distance. So it wouldn't come up to the chest. See what I'm trying to get at here? Everything will go directly forward. Once again, if he goes up to punch my face, it'd already be here, yeah? Make sense? So, coming back, he's rolled to low bong sao. I should be punching directly forward. So that's the same thing. My punch should be going straight forward to him, and he comes straight forward to me. Those two directly forward pressures is what potentiates the roll. So there is a level of cooperation here. You want to match each other's pressures so that you can get a nice smooth roll of the shape. So once again, from the beginning, he goes through to Tan Sao, strike towards me, I roll it off with Wu Sao. I then directly punch forward, yeah, as I come through towards him, and that rolls up now to his high bong sao, my punch. Now from here, he's going to turn to Tan Sao. All I really need to do, because I've already got the elbow arcing in and my fist going to his center, is just relax the wrist into the Fuch Sao position. So it's very minimal change in here, and now we're back at the beginning. Make sense? I know there was a lot of details there in such a small amount of movement, but this is a foundational piece, you know. When you start off with your students and even when you're practicing yourself, it's good to just go through it at a medium pace just to get a feeling for the shapes. Once you've got a feel, once they have a sequence in their head, okay, I know, okay, good. then you can start to slow it down and work on the actual feeling behind it. And the main things you're looking for when you're going slowly and trying to find the feelings are, number one, are they going forward? That's the first thing you always want to be looking for. Are they going forward the whole time so that they're protecting their center? Yeah, that's a primary. That should just be locked into the brain somewhere, always going forward in combat and in life. Yeah, so that's one thing you're looking for. The second thing is that you're looking for is tension. Meaning you're using this as an opportunity to release tension in the body. So, number one, making sure you're going forward. Number two, releasing tension. In that order. Because if you release tension first, you're probably going to let go of the forward. So you need to be able to develop the connection forward whilst releasing the tension. Those are the main two primaries that I'd want you guys focusing on, especially with your beginning students and even in yourself. There, of course, is the development of state throughout that. So as you progress through your skill, you can be like, oh, I'm working on sinking energy through my tailbone, or I'm working on spinning my joints at them, or I'm working on expansion as you progress. But initially, which is where we all want to start, it's forward connection and releasing of tension. Yeah, there'd be a third point, which would be precise shapes. Making sure your shapes are precise. Alrighty, any questions on that before we start having a crack?
You can always change your intention to your shapes, right? Like sometimes you can go flowy, or you can do really like single-y, like where it's very on.
100%. Yeah.
You want nice shapes in general.
Yeah, you want your shapes to be perfect, as you develop them, but as you progress, you can do whatever you want with them. So, so I can be here, like I can roll like this if I want to and still have structure in them, so that if it's pressuring, I still feel a level of structure and control, even though it's not at that optimum angle or form relevance shapes, Yeah. The idea is that you want the condition in the easiest positions, and then you bring it into every position. So you want it to be everywhere, even on the floor, which is what we're working on now, Okay, so for the first exercise, let's just start doing some single sticky hands. I want you to all start off at like just a medium pace and just get into a flow of it. We'll make sure everyone's got good shapes and a good flow with it, and then we can start slowing it down and working on forward connection and releasing tension. All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Okay, so looks pretty good just on the upward part of the bong. So I can jump in there quick, Jason. From here, don't collapse the elbow to bring it up. See how there's a little collapse in the elbow? Keep the spine tall, drop the shoulder, elbow and wrist point to me on the planes they're at. So this goes dook and this goes dook. Yeah, and you just keep it projected at me. So don't move up. Remember, this is the part where you let me roll you. Yeah, that. Feel that? It was as though I was just spinning this joint for you. Yeah. So it's not. So you're learning to let their use their force to spin your arm. So if you try to go up again, now your pressure is actually upward. So that would have missed me, right? Yeah. But now, tai gong, drop the shoulder, elbow, wrist pointing to my center. See, as I pressure you, now feel how I'm spinning you, and your hand's going there. Yeah. So don't collapse that elbow. Yeah. All right, let's go again. Disobey. This is anonymous. Jason's the founder of Anonymous.
I thought
Shh, it's supposed to be anonymous. Can I feel? I just want to have a feel of Jason. I just want to touch Jason. Ready? Okay, so wait, freeze there, go back a step. Freeze that, watch what happens. See that? So rather than thinking to stop my hand, think more of projection into my center. So don't think stop John's hand, think spine tall, look straight into my throat. So you want to have that uprightness to the neck's nice and open. And now just present this and think of like lay it, so don't proceed, so you're pushing on my hand still. This and this come forward to me. That's it. So as you go like this, what this does, see how it once again creates this circle. If Jason's trying to stop my hand, which is what your body's trying to do, see what happens? See your pressure goes away. You're not trying to stop me, you're trying to connect to my center and present the correct shape. So center nice and tall, sense your shoulders releasing, aim into me, get that syzygy feeling going, yeah? Yeah, keep into my center. No, stop going everywhere, look into my center. Better, yeah, good. Yeah? Yeah. See how this spins, don't force it though. So remember, there has to be a balance between connection and pressure. You're not trying to do it with your body, Jason, yeah? Let the body release. It's like a springiness, yeah? So relax more, sink, drop, more. Yeah, here. Feel how it's rolling and it's springing forward. See that? That. What you were doing was this. You were going, so go to palm strike me. You're going like this to try and stop it. It's more this here, this there, and release as you go to palm strike me, yeah? Yeah, it's at you, yeah? And that's it. There's no need to do this. You feel the change? So let's do it wrong on purpose, yeah? Give me that pressure towards my forearm across here like this, like down across here. That's wrong, yeah? That your body now is disconnected from the spine. Do it again, just so you can calibrate it. Okay, so now you know, boom, that's not what we want to look for. Tight gong, spine tall, aim into, yeah. But looser, so don't press it at me. Feel your whole space, feel the whole structure. It's like you're growing through your structure all the way to me. Yeah. Too much force from the shoulder. Fingers up, better, that's better, yeah? So I just want what I think we need to have there is a release inside, yeah? We're looking for a release inside because you're putting too much pressure on the external part. It's got to be, this is aimed here, this is released. This is aimed here, this is released. I was feeling pressure there, yeah? And that's just not going to work because you're also a smaller dude. You got to fight a guy like this, it's not, you know what I mean? It's big, yeah? So you have to do it properly. Yeah. One more time. Aim at me, spine tall. Drop the shoulder. Yeah, better. See how you didn't go off the side and down. Good. Keep going with that. Yep.
Just remember your elbows.
Yeah, so yeah, just think about the sequence for now, because yeah, just here, fork, yeah, let's roll again, go, palm strike, another woo, good, now punch, fork, yeah, woo, as she palm strikes, yeah, so time it with me, Helena, yeah, so, good, punch, woo, yeah, so as we turn to woo sound, fork sound, you turn to time sound. Good, and then keep going. Punch strike, yeah. Punch strike. Good, yeah. Punch. Yeah. Fork. Yeah. So, can I jump in? So, stay with me. So, sometimes when you've got people and you're teaching them in this format, right, you can just, well, like I did, put their hands on and give them the feeling, yeah? Yeah. So, once again. Another way you can do it, Helena, is you can use your other hand. So I'm in Tansa, right? So what I'll do is I'll demonstrate with this hand what I want that hand to do. So I'm, yeah. So because it's a visual cue for them as well. Yeah. Punch. Fork. Woo. Punch. Fork. Woo. Good. Punch. Fork. Woo. Good. Yeah. Punch. Fork. Woo. Good. That feels pretty good, man. Yeah, good. Just keep going.
Do you want a mirror thing? Do you use a mirror?
Yeah, why don't you practice it? Because then you get used to doing it. So.
Okay.
woo sound. So it's punch, fook, woo. That's what you're saying, and you're getting your hand to it because you're getting him to go. Yeah. So punch is now. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. So woo, woo, punch, fook. Yeah. Woo. Depends where you start, but it is punch, fook, woo. But yeah. Fook woo too. And you. Okay, let's keep going. Good. I want to go with Helen now. Watch out. Alright. Which side do you want to practice? Let's do this side. Which position? Do you want to be bottom or top? Doesn't matter? Okay. Let's go. You can start practicing slower now if you've got the smooth sequence of it. Remember how we were starting with like just the flow? You can start practicing a bit slower if you want now. So if you've got the flow of the shapes now, start to slow it down and actually get into the, okay, am I going forward? Am I releasing? Are my shapes correct? You can start going deeper into that part. Here you go. The other, I want to just go into a flow of it, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so just flow with it, yeah? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Yeah, yes. Good. Feels good, and connected to your stance quite well. Rolling out. Good. Feels quite good. Okay, so now let's slow it down a little bit. Okay, so shapes are great. Connection to me is good. I think it's just centering, sinking. So tail to crown, drop the shoulder. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Can you feel that it locks up a little bit in the shoulder? Yeah, that's it. I think because your shapes and your direction are fine. They're perfect. Like I'm feeling the connection to me. Yeah, I feel like there's pressure here. Where are you, Andrew? Yeah. Put some pressure in. Yeah. Just put some pressure out of center and just push. Yeah. Tai Gong, center. Tai Gong from earth to crown. Aim to his center. Yeah. Keep putting some pressure on her. Yeah. Yeah. It's quite robust for it. How much you weigh? 45 kilos. It's pretty good, right, for 45 kilos. Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah. Yeah. Center, drop the hips. Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, yeah. So for you, it's mainly just sinking because the overall structure is quite unified. You see, so you'll see as I put pressure on her stance that it actually goes down. You can see it's like, see how her legs are like doing. Yes, it's like a spring drawing in the pressure. So you can see she's got quite a good unified stance. Yeah. Helena's main problem, shoulder tension. Yeah, you feel that?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's better. That's much better. Yeah. Slowly put pressure in. Just slowly, both hands. Slowly put pressure in both hands. The reason I'm doing this is because this is what she needs to work on. Yeah, yeah. You've got a pretty good flow with your shapes. Yeah, they felt that sequence is good enough for you to work on in your singles. Yeah. Hers is really good coming forward. The main thing is that we want these to release. So put slow pressure on, right? Slowly put more and more pressure on. Now from the earth, Tai Gong, nice and tall, and let these drop down completely. Yeah. You should feel that you're forcing her deeper into her body. Yeah, keep pushing, keep pushing. Yeah, good. Now expand towards him. Yeah. Keep these sinking as he expands. Tai Gong all the way up through the spine. Drop the shoulders, expand into his center. Yeah. Reach back. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good, hold it there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you're gonna be double your weight, I think. How much you weigh? 100. You weigh? 50. Yeah, double. Yeah. So it'd be good when we start doing chi sao later. But let me feel your one again. So I'd say yeah, just make sure your sequence is right because you have a good enough forward pressure. It's just because the sequence isn't flowy enough yet. You know what I mean? So we need to practice more singles. When you're in here, grab people for singles so that you're flowy with it. Yeah, it needs to be more natural. So that's where I think you need to be focused. Just get a flow with the shapes. Yeah, you can even just play okay, tan, palm, bong, tan. Like you can play it. Just get into a good flow. You, on the other hand, need to be thinking about releasing. center, sink. Cool? All right, thank you. Can we do it with your wusa now as well?
Yep.
So, yeah. So no. So you do this, but don't let him hit you.
Yep.
So do wusa, yeah. Yeah, because that was the next piece. Yeah. Okay, keep going. So first thing for you is you need to stay stable. See how you're throwing your shoulder forward and he's catching you off balance straight away.
What is in?
So I'll be you. If you watch me, I will do it from this side so you can see. You're going like this, yeah? So this is all locked up and you're throwing it at him.
Yeah.
Keep this steady. So this stays here, yeah? Otherwise, if I do this, I'm fucked. He can just take me this way, you know? So you want to make sure that this isn't locked as you do it. So go again. Just keep it relaxed. Keep this stable is the way I can just simply say it. So from Tan Sao, you go through your palm. So just go, you've already do it a bit slower now because we've done the faster one, yeah? And keep this stable, yeah?
Elbow turns out, hand turns over.
Oh.
Yeah, good. Elbow comes in, hand turns over. Expand forward to my arm. Yeah, good job.
Better,
Forward,
better.
Keep it there. I'm going to go forward. You roll the pressure up. Roll it up. Good. Again.
Better, yeah, good.
That feels good.
It's much better. All right, can I jump in with Marcus whenever I feel with you? Hello. Okay.
Tell me.
Here.
Yeah.
That's the one point. See that?
Little bit here.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Just with the punch. Just you're using a little bit of pressure down into my hand. A little bit of this.
I was trying to connect too
as
much.
opposed to this. With the change, yeah, you know what to do. So
You're right.
rather than giving me anything into my arm, you're connecting to that's 10 times different. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you want to keep that through the whole flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
It's so easy to just get into like a mechanical, and then you're reinforcing bad patterns.
Yeah, because you try to help them, but you make it worse for you. And
Yes.
them. Yeah.
So you want to really be very conscious of doing it precisely. So if I borrow you again, and he's rolled down to here, right? Aim to his center and do it correctly rather than feeding into his structure, right? And if that happens, good. They say so now.
Yeah.
So come to, so palm shot, yeah. So now he has to do it better.
He has to do the
Whereas if
proper
I do what you were doing, which you
Help
were
him.
lifting him up, which is good initially, so I understand why you were doing it.
Yeah.
Now, I feel I can hit you here. Why? Firstly, face me, yeah? Secondly, feel your arm, yeah? Your shape will not roll if you're not aware you have a shape.
Right.
It's just a dead piece of meat, you know? You need to be active with your awareness. That's what sensing is, so sense your arm. You have an arm, yeah? Feel your arm, yeah? Now aim it at me, yeah? Yeah, good, yeah? Now keep feeling your arm, keep feeling your arm, keep feeling your arm.
Roll it as you feel it.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Spine tall, drop your shoulder, good. Aim the elbow at my center. No, that's over there. This is my center. Aim this at my center and hand to me. Yeah? No, elbow to my center. So this way. Keep this way, stay there. When I take my hand off, keep doing what I'm giving you. This towards my center. Yeah, keep that. Yeah, feel that? This is the shape rolling, yeah? Not you just going like that, yeah?
Right.
Because you want the shape to roll because of the pressure coming at you.
Okay.
So push up on purpose, just push up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for the palm shot.
Now go forward gently towards me. So elbow to my center, hand to me. Yeah. Don't lean, stand still. Yeah. Relax your body. Elbow to my center. Elbow to my center. This way. This way. So you want it to roll. It's like I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Because you've got a ball joint here, right? I'm putting pressure on that and it's spinning like this.
Yeah.
This becomes an extension of this via you aiming them both to the same direction.
Yeah.
So this and this both aim to me, yeah? So spine tall, drop the shoulders, aim your elbow and your wrist to my center. Stop moving your arm. Aim it at me. Aim is intention, yeah? Movement is physical, yeah? Yeah, with this aiming, you have now set up a circular structure. Don't do anything, don't change anything, just keep it aimed at me. See how I spun it for you, yeah? Yeah. So force him to do it better by you doing it, just because you've got him with a good roll from the speedy part. Now just go through. Yeah, but remember you keep that 57%. So both of you. So I don't just go. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't be a bastard.
Yeah, just slowly have it on. Yeah.
When you say aim,
Yeah.
are you saying aim with your shoulder? I mean your elbow.
Everything aims, but we like to use the elbow because it helps you to release tension from the shoulder girdle.
Right.
One of the biggest problems that people have is tension in this area. If you aim the elbow rather than aiming the shoulder, this tends to release to the elbow. Yeah?
Right.
Also, by using the elbow, you start to get the idea of pressure hitting the shoulder joint to make it spin, and also you want to extrapolate that so that the elbow becomes the forearm.
Right.
So that when I put pressure in Marcus's forearm here, it goes through his elbow to his spine and to his stance. But then he can connect that now in a different position. He connected in a bong sao. So now that I put pressure, so I keep just static, so that I put pressure on him, it goes through the elbow into his stance.
Right.
Hiya. All right, cool. Any questions?
No, that made sense.
All right, keep going.
Thanks.
Looks pretty good. Can't feel? Just gonna get a little bit faster, yeah? Trying to feel your flow of it. Yeah? Good shapes, good flow. Now let's slow it down a bit. Not bad. Keep going. So extend the arm fully, yeah? Your shapes and your direction is great. What I'm finding the real problem is actually the connection to your stance. If you have, there's a bit of a wobble there. So if you can maintain, because you're using good concentration, you're quite focused, which is why you can maintain forward pressure and roll really well. So the flow of the shapes, the forward pressure is great. Problem is it's breaking down in here, which you can feel if I just apply a bit more pressure, you'll find it breaks down in there, which means there's a lack of connection to the stance, which is what you should be focused on in my opinion. So if you can maintain what's going on up here, because that's a primary, you still don't want to get hit, you should be dropping your awareness into your legs via centering from the earth. So you center from the earth and then you'll notice, okay, you have legs now. And as you center from the earth, your lower back and your hips should release to help connect the lower part of your stance to the spine. So now as I put pressure into it, feel how now you can draw that into the floor. As opposed to when you take that off and come back up to up here, when your focus is purely upper body, feel I can break your stance, So my change would be earth, tail, sinking through here. So you've got the concept of centering and sinking through the upper body that needs to translate into the legs. Which you can see in your actual state training too. Remember I came over, you looked like this. There was like nothing down here, And that's normal because you're working with the arms. So it's normal for the attention to come up here because you're concerned about this area. But you need to have it down there because then you utilize the leg power and the stance power. Yeah, cool. All right, can we keep going or no? Yeah, like this. So just keep concentrating on what you're concentrating on and I'll kind of lend you my attention to your legs by pressure on your legs. This is another way you can help with teaching as well, is just give them physical feedback. So I'm pressing close to Alan's tailbone and touching his legs to help him feel it, whilst he does this. And you'll feel you can't disrupt him as easy now, because it's connected to his stance, Because now you're a unified structure. Before you were like a floating upper body, But now you're a whole, now I'm a whole person.
It's quite different,
So oftentimes Sigun would come in and just like rest his hands like in position. So I'm touching near his tailbone and on his legs to help him release through the hips, so that he can maintain concentration there via the actual proprioception. The idea is that you want to kind of keep that level of awareness as
It's much more powerful.
Yeah, for sure,
I can feel it.
Almost invincible. That's good, Johnny. Just activate your left side. You got to remember this side too. I know you were kind of looking at the teaching context, so you were coming out of it a bit, but still remember this side. Yeah. All right, folks, bring it in. All right, so any questions, observations? Take any notes you need to that you may have picked up from that area.
I do struggle teaching like awareness, like sensing space, because people, the only feedback that they have, like you say, is usually tension, and to sense a fullness or a powerful structure is so hard to portray. Like you're trying to tell them, be aware, sense the space, feel it. Open the joints, and I need some help there sometimes.
So the problem is helping them to use what the state work, the energy work, what precisely? What's the precise?
Filling their body up with
Yep.
awareness rather
Yep.
than tension.
Yeah, got it.
Like
Okay.
instead of just collapsing,
Two parts. You got to look at the level of development of the student. Generally speaking, starting out, you want to just get them thinking about structure.
Yeah.
Generally speaking. Because, sensing space and using the etheric body can be a bit beyond their conceptual understanding at the time. That's why structure is a great... So if you look at those pictures up there, you got muscle, structure, and then state, right? The energy body. Generally speaking, you want to lead them into structure and then into energy so that because when they're working with structure, they're actually training the energy. Because in order to sense something, you need to use the sensing energy, right? So if you're telling them, okay, use your structure, they have to start to sense their structure. If you're telling them to relax their muscles, they need to feel their muscles to relax their muscles. So I would suggest when they're at the beginning stage, focus on structure and relaxation and allude to the energy work. So for example, let's say Marcus is doing a Tanzhao, right? And let's say he's unnecessarily using shoulder force. So he's using a bit of shoulder force, right? Yeah. Now I don't want him to do that. So I say, center yourself, yeah? Relax the shoulder, good, yeah, good. And now just have in your mind your bone structure. So as I put pressure, you can feel it come to your elbow and through your arm and into your spine. So you can think structurally here now. And what Marcus is doing now is he's actually using the sensing energy to do it. Does that make sense? Yeah? You get it? Yeah? So from here you can say, okay, so you're able to feel your structure now. What are you doing to feel your structure? Like how does it work with you? So what I'm getting at is you can use the structure to lead them into the energy work and then use questioning to understand their frameworks.
Their veil of it, yeah.
So I'll borrow you, Harry.
That's cool. I like that.
So Harry's doing a bong sao, yeah? And I want him to understand, I'm trying to lead him into the energy work, yeah? So stance on, relax this arm. I put some pressure on here. So don't let me push this back to you, yeah? So I'm pushing back in towards him here, yeah? Okay, we find a little bit of tension in the shoulder and the hand's collapsing now. So now what I want you to do is make your spine tall. So structurally, lift up from the anus, make your spine nice and tall. Feel this bone. So as I push into this through the elbow to the shoulder, you can feel that, right? And now as I push from your elbow to your wrist, you can feel that bone, right? And now as I push in here, you can feel the structural alignment. So this is your bone structure, right? Now, as I push into your bone structure now, as I push in, how does that feel to you?
Feel stable.
Feel stable? Okay, so that sense of stableness, you want to keep that sense of stableness in this area. Okay? See what I'm getting at? So you understand you set them up with structure, understand their framework, repeat it back to them. So I can say, get that stable feeling. And then I can link that to sensing.
That's his veil of sensing, yeah. That's smart. Thank you.
Yeah. So like it's a great question. Muscle, structure, energy, right? That's the framework. So lead them to the energy work through the muscle and structure. Because that's what most of us are concentrating on. Most of us are 99% focused on the physical world. So you use the physical world as the gateway into the energetic until they're very confident there, and then you use the energetic as the gateway to the physical. Yeah? Then you flip it. Yeah? You get quantum. Okay, any other questions or observations on singles?
So I was just noticing when I was doing the singles, the tension build up through the shoulders and into the into the tricep area. Is that a common thing amongst?
Absolutely.
I don't know what level you are.
Okay.
Will
Yeah, sure. Who here had tension in their shoulders when they started sticking hands? Everyone gets that. A couple of remedies. Practice state, form, and chi sao. They're the 3 remedies. Practice your state, form, and chi sao. That's the direct application of releasing tension in your shoulders. The best application, though, which is outside, or well, let's just say related to the scope of your Kung Fu, is let go of your negative emotions. Stop stressing out and being anxious and resentful and angry and hateful, and let go of all your negative emotions as best as you can, and the tension will leave your body quicker.
It's funny because you can either let go of them or you can hold on to them. You know, there's an it's so silly.
The problem is that we get, so this is a whole new different context. The problem is we get so addicted to the actual emotions themselves, like the feeling of being wronged by someone, the feeling that you're right against someone, the feeling that, of resentment, of hate. We hold on to shit and then we get addicted to the actual chemical produced via that. Yeah. So to be honest, it's actually if we want to look at look, this is a whole different topic, right? But it does release shoulder tension. So if I can give you the full underlying framework, it's your connection to lower fields of energy.
We're all junkies, bro.
Yeah, if you're a junkie for stress, fear, worry, doubt, hatred, blame, guilt, shame, that leads to tension in your body. So that's the fucking fast way. If you can work to just continually release that, you'll find your body releases quicker. Sigong was blessed that he was already at a high level of energy. In my opinion, from reflection and observation, he was in the 400s, naturally in the 400s, which was his overall context of approach to training, which is why it was so easy for him to actually get into state and be powerful, because he already had a high frequency of energy. All right, so everyone has shoulder tension. Use the state, the form, and your energy work to release it. Even better, use the letting go technique. Yeah? Slow, grateful, surrender. Any other questions?
Could you just clarify, you use the physical as a gateway to the energy world? You use the energy world as a gateway to the physical?
That's right. So the idea there was that you were helping. So for a beginner, we'll start out and they've got no idea of the energetic body. They come here and they're like, yeah, I eat McDonald's, I go hang out with my girlfriend, I work my job. And they've never heard about an energetic body. They've never heard about the psychic plane, the mental plane, the spiritual plane, the quantum field, meridians, chakras, all that stuff's foreign. So you use the physical world as a framework to lead them to that. So before when, if I borrow Harry again, when I was asking him here, okay, so put your arm up. Don't let me push your hand towards you. So I'm using a physical reference. Now feel your spine, physical reference, yeah? Feel your structure of your arm, feel the structure of your forearm, feel that whole structure so that when I pressure you now, it's going into your structure, yeah? So now he's using very little effort to do this, yeah? So I use the physical structure to do that. Now from here, I lead him to the energy. So how does that feel, I asked him, as I put pressure and said it feels stable. Okay, great. So that term stable will be a framework I can use to lead him into sensing. So get that feeling of stability, yeah? Yeah, see how his shoulders dropped? See that? So stability is a way that you can help him sense the space, right? Then, thanks. Now from that, yeah, we've got sensing. Then I can start to explain to him. Sensing energy is the ability to sense your space. The etheric body has sensing, syncing, visual energy. Once they start to understand that framework, I can use that framework to get him to release the physical. So like I said, stable and his physical release. So I went from the top down that time, as opposed to the bottom up. Yeah? Now, that's an individual thing, but there's also generic things you can use too. So there's general terms you can use once your room is aware of things. Like when I say to you guys sensing space, you all know what I'm talking about now. Yeah? But initially you didn't. When I say syncing, you're aware, okay, everyone has their conceptualization of that now. Yeah, when I say seeing, you're like, oh yeah, visual. Yeah? So then you can start to approach it. We want to approach it from the energetic into the physical, but at first you need to present it from the framework and the level of the student. Does that make sense? Yeah. Although at other times, sometimes you can approach it straight from the etheric and energetic. Like Jason, for example, when he first came in, we were already talking about energy bodies and chakras, and he was like, yeah, man. Like, it was straight into it. You know what I mean? He was like levitating through the place. Yeah, man, I get that shit. Because he already knew that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, he came in here because he kind of sensed it was the right place to come into. Like, yeah. And he came up inside and he was like, and you were like, I know I need to be here, man. He was something like that. And I was like, oh, here we go. You got a spiritual fella. No, it's good. I'm on the same page as you. Alrighty, any other questions?